anything can be found on the internet, some vulnerable teenagers are learning the hard way about the dangers of sharing too much.
One young woman's mistake will haunt her for the rest of her life, and now she is talking to high school students across the country in hopes of making a difference. News 8's Jamie Muro in News 8 Control tonight with more about her message. Jamie?
Well, Darren and Ann, remember when notes were written on one of these? Well, they don't really do that anymore because, as we all know, it is a digital world. And as you mentioned, a young woman from New Jersey who was bullied because of just one cell phone picture spoke to East Haven High School parents, students today about the dangers of sexting and bullying. News 8, the only station there to get her story and the advice she's giving to parents and those students.
Allison Pereira starts each presentation like this.
Has your entire town seen you naked? Mine has.
When she was 16, Allison sent a topless photo of herself to her ex-boyfriend as a way to get back together. A day later, it went viral, and the constant bullying led her to attempted suicide.
When you have kids come up to you, say that you've saved their lives, then it makes it all worth it.
These innocent faces sitting on their mother's laps will one day soon become immersed in social media and the pitfalls that can follow. Allison's crusade made a stop in East Haven, opening eyes to how cruel life can be after a simple push of a send button.
A lot of people just focus on the picture, but the main problem was the bullying. I don't think people realize how that lasts with you forever. I mean, I have scars from it.
Her biggest advice to parents and teens: open your eyes.
You need to have a zero tolerance policy on all forms of bullying. Look for the signs of a kid who is being bullied and get them help.
Because no child should have to stand in front of an audience of complete strangers and say this.
Has your entire town seen you naked? Mine has.
Now, Allison tells me tonight she couldn't press charges on the young man who sent out the picture because she, too, could have faced child pornography charges. By the way, you're not going to believe this. A few years later, the same man who is now in the service asked her to send yet another picture. She declined. In News 8 Control, I'm Jamie Muro.
There are some simple steps you can take to protect yourself or your kids from the dangers of sexting. Don't ask people for explicit pictures and don't provide them. Refuse to pass along sexting messages. Tell friends to stop sexting and cut off communication with those who send those messages. If you know somebody who is sending sexually revealing photos, tell an adult and report it to the hosting website. For more tips,